25 years ago, probably maybe 20-ish, I'll say, right when I started in construction was still a little bit dangerous. And I think that was part of the draw for some people, is like, kind of get in there. You were gruff, you were rough, people might fall, could spit, chew, whatever. The industry has obviously adjusted to kind of make it safer, right? A less ergonomically divisive and strainful on our workers. But I think we also lost a little bit of that grit, right? I know I'm not saying our field work, don't get mad at me, guys. I'm not saying that our craft and our field and our construction folks don't have grit. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, I think that's part of the lure. Like, and construction still has it, right? We're still doing some cool stuff. So what I hope to do is use my role, some of the technology and the solutions and the equipment, to highlight the cool that's in construction. Hey kids, you really like playing video games? Become a VDC master. Hell yeah, right? Run a BIM cave. Like, that's some cool there. You want to build a building virtually and then give a headset to a guy out into the field and watch him go out there and be like, hey, I got to clash here. I got to innovate. I got to rebuild. That is cool to me, right? You want to be an equipment operator? Okay, why don't you operate something that has the technology to where now you're seeing into the ground as you build? Like, that's pretty cool. You know, you want to do concrete? That's still gruff, man. We're still doing it the old-fashioned way, but now, you know, you got these line dragons that are dragging your freaking hose across a slab on grade, right? And you still want to work at heights? Hey, get in a Bozeman chair, see what you're made of, right? There's still these opportunities that construction is still gruff and we still got grit. However, I think there's an opportunity to leverage the stuff that we're talking about here, what we've talked about on Construction Bros, what you see on the internet, to make construction like let's get the young people in it. Because I didn't go the 4-year route, right? I did go to college, traditional school for a year, and figured out this isn't really my cup of tea, right? I'm a hands-on guy. You want to tell me something, I'll retain maybe a quarter of it. You want to show it to me and then have me do it, I pretty much got it handled from there, right? And so yes, you mentioned I have a 15-year-old son. He is a mountain bike racing, wrestling kid. He plays lacrosse. He loves working with his hands. And he's like, I don't really like school, right? And I was like, I hear you. However, you got to get through school, right? High school. He's like, I just kind of want to do something with my hands. And we were telling this story earlier. I was at a wrestling banquet. Over half of these graduating seniors were like, I don't know what I really want to do, but I think I want to enter a trade. And I was like, hey, come talk to me, because you entered the trade, and I'm not speaking just the carpentry, stuff or interior systems and whatnot. The trades, right? Learn a skilled trade. If it's a mechanical, electrical, plumbing, you want to go into HVAC, you want to go into construction. I love all that, but you're getting a skill that nobody can take from you, right? And the cost of entry is like here. The potential of income growth is like here. It's not this huge career path anymore where you got to be 20 years before you're general superintendent. You're a good builder after 5 years. You've built a bunch of stuff. You get the right company that backs you up. You can make load of money. I was talking to Jeff's buddy Jim recently, where they have a mechanical contractor that is putting people through. They have a 3-year track to $100,000. That's a huge amount of money for a 3 years. So you're what, 21? Imagine you have a $100,000 paycheck, or a yearly paycheck at 21. I would have had so much stupid that is not even funny. It would have been awesome. So
that's a totally separate show.
That's a whole other
how to spend and invest your money.
But I shared this with my son, and actually I was at a lacrosse game this last weekend, and I was talking to a dad, and he was like, "Hey, kind of tell me, what do you do?" And he's like, "My son's really interested in the trade." I was like, "Have him talk to me." And sure enough, this kid came up and talked to me. He's like, "Hey man, I'd really like to learn more about kind of the trades and what you think." And I was like, "How much time you got?"